Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please. Let me first say that I never use people's children's pictures in any videos without their consent, unless that picture was already used in major news networks. This particular picture I'm using with the mom and the baby was published in Jamaica, in the major news carriers in Jamaica, and it was also published in the UK by news outlets like The Guardian and other major news networks. So that's the only reason why we're using the picture. Anyways, there was a story that broke, and the story said that a woman had her baby in Jamaica, and then she came to Jamaica from the UK to have a baby, or to spend some time in Jamaica. She ended up having a baby there. When she ended up having the baby there, the UK decided that that baby was not eligible to enter into the UK. That is the story we're going to get into right now. All right. So the first time the story broke, it says a British resident who is stranded in Jamaica with her baby has been told by the Home Office the child cannot come to the UK because he has an established life on the Caribbean island. First thing I said to myself was, how could a baby have an established life on the island? The baby just got here. The baby would obviously be dependent on parents, right? Tiffany Ellis, 28 years old, had indefinite leave to remain in the UK. That means her papers are straight, good. She is like a UK citizen, where she has lived since she was 8 years old. She gave birth to her son on the 30th of April last year in Jamaica and has been trying to return to the UK ever since. Walk with the timeline, the 30th of April of 2021. And she's been trying to return to the UK ever since. In a letter of refusal to the baby's visa application, Home Office officials says that the decision is justified, the decision to leave the baby in Jamaica and refuse the baby entry into the United Kingdom, stating that the baby has already had an established life in Jamaica. Therefore, and will not have unjustifiable harsh consequences if denied entry into the UK. They added, check out the details, they added that the baby's life can continue as it is now in Jamaica with financial support from his mother in the UK. This is a brand new newborn baby, born to a British citizen. So leave to remain in the UK indefinitely is pretty much like having your citizenship in the US, right? And the British government has established, or immigration has established, that this baby will be just fine in Jamaica without its parents, and it will survive and thrive with financial help from its mother in the UK. So in other words, that's the exact words. How would the baby get financial help from its mother in the UK unless they are saying that the mother must leave her child in Jamaica, return to the UK, get to work, and send money back to raise that child in Jamaica? It's pretty crazy. So the Home Office refused the child a visa application on the 22nd of December when he was almost 8 months old. Tiffany's husband, Zarin Ellis, 38 years old, and the couple's older daughter, Sienna Ellis, who was 5 years old, are at the family's home in London already. Desperate to be reunited with Tiffany and the new baby, they were in Jamaica, but they left. Tiffany and Zarin traveled from their home in London to Jamaica in January of 2020. They wanted to get married in Jamaica, accompanied by their 5-year-old daughter, and that was going to be their honeymoon time, their wedding time, spend time with some family and friends, whatever. While the couple were waiting for the paperwork to come through for their wedding, COVID broke out, and they had to stay in Jamaica as many parts of the world were suddenly on lockdown. Y'all remember that? All right. They were finally able to get married on the island just as they wished in August of 2020. In September of 2020, a month later, Tiffany became pregnant. and was afflicted with a constant vomiting, something called hyperemesis gravidarum, hyperemesis gravidarum, so severe that she was unable to leave the house. She hoped that the condition would subside after the first trimester, and she booked a flight back to the UK then for January of 2021, but her condition worsened and she had to remain in Jamaica until after she gave birth. Last December, Zarin and Ziana, that's the wife and the husband, or the father and the daughter, the 5-year-old daughter, they returned to London so that Ziana could attend school. So the father went back to the UK, left his wife there in Jamaica so their 5-year-old could attend school in the UK. In case you're wondering, no, she didn't come to Jamaica to marry some man. Her and her husband both have proper papers to be in the UK. You could call them British citizens. They have connections to Jamaica. I'm guessing they wanted to be married in Jamaica though. So they were a common law couple that wanted to make it official and get married, but they have their papers and everything. So, but because of the situation, he had to return back to the UK so the 5-year-old could go back to school while mom stayed in Jamaica. They had no choice but to leave her and the baby in Jamaica because of the Home Office refusing a visa for this newborn addition to their family. He said, "There's not a day go by that I don't cry about this." Well, she said that. "My husband is my rock and he's holding everything together, and the whole situation is just heartbreaking. How can I explain this to my daughter?" The 5-year-old daughter. The 5-year-old daughter who went back to the UK with her father was starting to think that her mom had abandoned her, ran off to Jamaica and started some new life, left her. "I've never been apart from her before," she said. "Zion tries to hug his dad on the screen when we do video calls." That's the baby. The baby is big enough. The baby looked like an older baby, but the baby is a new baby. "I just want to get Zion home before his health worsens." The new baby has some health issues as well. Tiffany, her husband, her daughter are all devastated by the Home Office refusal to allow the baby to come to the UK. Tiffany is particularly anxious because the baby has a kidney condition and says that specialist pediatric treatments for this condition is actually not available on the island of Jamaica. Raw tid. So the family's MP, Sarah Jones, the MP for Croydon Central, said, "My constituent and her sick child treatment by the Home Office has been utterly unacceptable. After I raised their case, it took the Home Office nearly 4 months to even reply to us. After I chased them multiple times." Karen Doyle of Movement for Justice, who is supporting the family, said that this particular case highlights the actual callousness of the Home Office. Home Office sources said that the documents that they requested were sent in an unreadable format. A spokesperson said that upon further evidence coming to light, we agreed to reconsider this application in May. We're awaiting additional information, and once we receive it, we will consider the application fully. But at that time, that child was not allowed to enter into the UK. Alright, so this is the second part of the story, right? The second part of the story, let me start this part off by saying I was highly disappointed when I saw this story broke, and then I saw the comments from Jamaican people. You know, I think we're some of the most, I don't want to make it sound too bad, but we're some of the most hateful people towards our own kind. Yes, we're good and we're supportive, like when the reggae girls win the opportunity to go to a World Cup again, or like when Shelly and Fraser Price or Elaine Thompson win gold at the Olympics, or something like that. We're supportive of those. Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world, when new song come out and these things, we're supportive of those things. But for each other, there's so much hate and animosity underlined, and so many people waiting for others to have a downfall so they can rejoice. A lot of the comments I saw under the original article for this. Yes, our goose cook now, one person says. Another person says, where you come at Jamaica come have baby for? You must be an idiot. Another person says, sad to say, but they are right. Speaking of the UK, in denying this baby entry. Sad to say, but they are right. Your baby was born in Jamaica and is not British, so you just, so you just have to face the music. How many Jamaicans wish the worst, man, and are quick to kick their own people when they are down? Before you send some good vibrations and say, boy, mums, me know it not look good right now, but hold on and hang in there, right? You heard the girl's situation and all that. Anyhow, fast forward further, and the update of this story says that the Home Office has now granted this baby that was stranded in Jamaica its leave to return or to come to the UK, because this baby has never been to the UK. Its parents has, its other sibling has, but this baby was born in Jamaica. Given the whole pandemic and then them come to get married and then, you know, all these, the mother took sick and all that stuff. Okay, so the British resident that was stranded in Jamaica with her baby, according to the Guardian, with her baby, who was told by the Home Office that that baby boy could not come to the UK because he had already established life on the island of Jamaica, has now been told by the Home Office that she can bring her baby home after the Guardian exposed the family's plight. It wasn't only the Guardian that exposed the family's plight. They had other people working on her behalf as well. And, you know, immigration put some light on it and things worked out. Just 24 hours after the Guardian's article was published, though, the Home Office granted the baby's visa and informed his mother, Tiffany Ellis, who has indefinite leave to remain in the UK, which is like having your citizenship in the US, where she has lived since the age of 8 years old, and she is now 28 years old, that it was ready for immediate collection. I kind of feel like the British immigration, they were hoping that nobody would pay attention to this case. So shout out to the Guardian for this, really, because it was 24 hours after the Guardian made it public front page news that they went ahead and issued the visa for the baby boy to come to the UK, right? I think they were waiting to see if nobody paid attention to it. If it didn't hit front page, they would have dragged this along as far as they could, knowing damn well that that baby deserved the right to be with its parents, and it would go through undue and unjust hardship if left alone. I mean, how could you tell a mother, right, that, oh, your newborn baby will be fine in Jamaica and we don't see any reason why there would be any hardship on the part of the baby being raised in Jamaica? That baby will be fine with support from you from the UK. Does that make sense to you guys? You know, Ellis said that she was overjoyed when she received a call from the Home Office official on Tuesday informing her that she could collect her baby's visa right away, and that right when she heard that, she just laid down on the floor and she started to cry. These people know the impact that this has on families. I think they are bent on actually destroying families, or at least taking you through a whole bunch of stuff to disrupt your peaceful flow and process. She said, I called my husband, who was at work, to tell him the news, and he cried too. The decision from the Home Office is long overdue. I will get the first flight home that I can. Getting the hell up out of Jamaica. No disrespect to Jamaica. I can't wait to hug my husband and my daughter. Tiffany went to Jamaica, let's refresh the story, to marry her partner, Zaren Ellis, who is 38 years old, in January of 2020, accompanied by their daughter, Sayana, now 5. The couple live in London. So again, she didn't go to Jamaica to marry some guy that she fell in love with in Jamaica or met in Jamaica. Her and her man went to Jamaica to get married in Jamaica. They're cohabitating in the US, living together, shacking up, whatever you want to call it, right? Common law marriage type relationship. They have a child together and they decided to let's make it official. So they went to Jamaica and then all this stopping. COVID lockdown followed by Tiffany getting pregnant and suffering from constant vomiting through a condition that she had. It was so severe that she couldn't get up, walk out, leave the house or anything. She got sick. Tiffany gave birth on the 30th of April of last year in Jamaica, and she has been trying to return to the UK ever since, from the 30th of last year, April 30th of last year. We are now in July. So we're talking about a year and 3 months later, British immigration has dragged this case on, denying that baby entrance into the UK to the point where her husband had to leave her and go back to the UK so their 5-year-old could attend school. And of course, he had to go back to work and all that. She made a visa application for that baby, but last December, the Home Office refused it, stating that you currently live and study with your mother in Jamaica. Live and study. This sounds like a mistake, because study, brand new baby. Officials wrote that the decision was justified by the need to maintain an effective immigration and border control and would not have unjustifiable harsh consequences, which we all know that it would. Let's remind you again that the baby is ill with some liver condition that treatment for that particular condition, according to them, is not even available on the island of Jamaica. Not to mention the baby's both parents have their paperwork to be properly in the UK. So how would a newborn be okay surviving without mom or dad in a foreign country? And they had the nerve to tell them that that baby will be fine with financial support from you while you're in the UK. That part just baffled the hell out of me. So the refusal letter added that the baby's life can continue as it is now in Jamaica with financial support from mother in the UK. The Home Office refused the visa application on December 22nd when he was almost 8 months old already. And remember, she was trying to go back ever since the baby was born. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December is when they officially got a rejection. Zarin felt he had to return to London last December so that their 5-year-old Zayana could attend school, and they had to leave Tiffany and Zayn, the newborn baby, in Jamaica because of the Home Office visa refusal. Father and daughter are at their family home currently in London, and they're desperate right now to be reunited with wifey and the baby. Karen Doyle, who is of Movement for Justice, who supported the family, welcomed the Home Office decision to give this baby a visa. This kind of unthinking, inhumane decision from the Home Office, it needs to stop, she said. Home Office sources previously said that the documents they requested were sent in a unreadable format. Whatever, they always have their excuses. Let me tell y'all something. If you see the climate that's going on in the UK right now, like for instance, when Russia started bombing the daylights out of and attacking, I forgot the name of that country, but it's another European country, right? Russia is attacking that country, and there are refugees all over, and their people are being displaced. You see how the UK got opened, right, to taking in, even offering their own citizens money to take in these people. But guess what? These people are, you know the rest. I'm going to leave this one right here. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Shout out to those Jamaican people who wish this couple well. And shame on you to all the people who left those harsh comments in the comment section. Not looking at this like this is somebody's life that could have been a family member of yours. You know what I'm saying? And Shout out to the Home Office for finally coming to their senses and making the right decision, a just decision, giving this baby his visa to get back to the UK and be with his family, and get wifey back to the UK to be with her husband and their 5-year-old child. The family will be reunited shortly, and I wish them all the best. But we have to do the story to make you guys out there aware that things like this can happen, do happen, will happen. And please remember who we're dealing with. History does repeat itself. You understand? History does repeat itself. She went to Jamaica to get married. She got pregnant in Jamaica after getting married. And COVID hit while they were spending time in Jamaica. And the rest unfolded the way it did. Could they have handled it better from the UK immigration perspective? Of course they could have. But you know, we don't get preferential treatment. And when I say we, again, you know who I'm talking about. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. And somehow to stop going like so far in a phone alone here. Sweet, sweet Jamaica. Nah left ya. But enough we have to leave. Because foreign is where the money resides. And most time that is all we are missing. Right? I'm out. Peace.
It's all nice and flaky, very flaky. When you make your crust, it have to be flaky like this.
Alright, my SouFLoTV audience, listen. If you have not found out about this channel yet and subscribed to this channel and started following this channel called Eat Good TV, I suggest that you go do so now. I did not even know that sweet potatoes can make a punch. I did not know that bammies can make burgers. I have never had pineapple pork before. I'm not even that good of a pork eater. But after seeing this lady, Miss Margaret, over at Eat Good TV, do the pineapple pork, I tell you, say, I wanted to try the pineapple pork. Listen, man, she is setting the bar high, all right? And if you're into Jamaican food, I know you might be able to cook it already, but I guarantee you, you're not cooking it like she's cooking it. She is adding a twist to it. So, Miss Margaret, big up yourself over at Eat Good TV and SouFLoTV audience. If you're seeing this, please go find Eat Good TV and click that link and tell her I sent you.